Question 1a. So to do this one, I need to do the 2 times 5 first, which is 10, plus on the 3, and my answer is 13. For the second one, I'm going to complete the bit inside the brackets first. 4 squared is 16, plus the 3 is 19, and times by 2 is 38. 1b. Same again on this one. I'm going to do the divide this time first though. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, plus the 8 is 13. And on the bottom one, I need to complete the part in brackets first. So that's 8, square it is 64, take away the 5 is 59. 2a. The value of the number 6 in that number is 600. And to write the number 6,429, it's 6,429. 2b. The value of the 7 in 57,041 is 7,000, and the number 35,215 is written like this: 35,215. 3a. So the lines of symmetry for the first shape, you can see them there. There is exactly one line of symmetry. For the second shape, the parallelogram, there are 0 lines of symmetry, and for the last shape, there are 2 lines of symmetry. 3b. So this first shape, there are quite a few lines of symmetry. There are 4 in total. For the pentagon, there are a total of 5 lines of symmetry, and the isosceles triangle here has 1 line of symmetry. 4a. To calculate the value of x, first of all I need to remember that the angles in this triangle add up to 180, and because it's isosceles, I know that this angle down here is also 65 degrees. So 65 plus 65 is 130. That means that x has got to make that up to 180, so x equals 50 degrees. 4b. Same again on this one. Remember that the angles in this triangle add up to 180. This angle down here is 90 degrees, so 90 plus 32 is 122 degrees. So I need to work out what makes it up to 180, and that is 58 degrees. 5a. So to do this one, I'm going to pretend I'm working out the sum 174 times 36 and set up a grid multiplication just like this. Work out all of the values that are going to go inside my grid, add them all together, and I get 6,264. I've got to remember that I put 2 decimal places out to pretend it was 174, so put them back in, and the answer is 62.64. 5b. Same deal again on this one. I'm going to pretend it's the sum 293 times 42. So I set up my grid multiplication just like this, work out all of my values, add them together, and I get 12,306, remembering that I took out 2 decimal places at the start, so I'm going to put those 2 places back in, and I get 123.06. 6a. So David has 1 piece of fruit and a drink, so let's assume that he has the apple, which I'm just going to call A. He could then have apple and juice, he could have the apple and the soft drink, he could have the apple and the water, or he could have gone with the banana and still had the juice, the banana, the soft drink, and the banana and the water. 6b. So assuming that my first choice for my main is beef, and again I'm just going to use the letter B for this, I could then have a dessert of ice cream. I could have had beef and chocolate, which I'm going to call CH, and beef and cake. Hopefully you can see the reason why I've called this one CH. Then what if I took pork first? I could have pork and ice cream, I could have pork and chocolate, I could have pork and cake, and lastly I could have fish and ice cream, which doesn't sound very nice, fish and chocolate, and fish with cake, and they're all the combinations. 7a. So 5 kilograms into grams is 5,000 grams. 3 meters into centimeters is 300 centimeters, and 4,500 milliliters into liters is 4.5 liters. 7b. 4 kilometers is 4,000 meters. 210 centimeters is 2.1 meters, and 3.6 liters is 3,600 milliliters. 8a. So to do this one, I'm going to need to write a suitable question. I need to make sure that my question has got a time frame. So how long do you spend watching TV? I've decided to go for in a week. And my response box is 4 is always a good number. Make sure that they don't overlap. They cover all of your options as well, and they use numbers so they're nice and specific. 8b. Tina wants to find out how long people spend exercising, so my question is going to ask that, but with a time frame again. Notice I've gone for a month, and the response section, 4 boxes. I've made the hours a little bit longer because I've got a wider time frame here. No overlaps, no repeats, anything like that, so that's fine. 9a. So the square number in this list is the number 9. The prime number in this list is the number 3. The multiple of 20 is 60, and the factor of 20 is 10. 9b. This time my square number here is 4. The prime number in this list is 5. The multiple of 15 is 60, and the factor of 15 is 5. 10a. The integer solutions to this, I can't have -2, but I can have -1, 0, 1, 2, and I can have 3. To solve this equation, it solves just the same as other equations, so 4x minus 2 is greater than 30. 4x, add the 2 to both sides, 32, divide both sides by 4, and I get x is greater than 8. 10b. So the integer solutions to this inequality, -3, which I can be, -2, -1, 0, and I can be equal to 1. To solve this inequality, 8x plus 5 is less than or equal to 21. Add the 5 to both sides, and I get 8x is less than or equal to 26, and then divide both sides by the 8. Now I can leave this as the fraction 26 over 8, or I could have left it as 3.25. Well done if you got all of those correct, especially if you managed to do it all on the A band answers. Don't forget to watch Pack 4 and carry on throughout the week.